Hi everyone, my name is Paul Young. I've been teaching private lessons to students for 50 years, and in doing so, especially when I'm working with the youngest students, one of my goals is to make sure that they can look at rhythms and rhythm patterns and sight reading works and be able to do so, play them independently. So I come up with these method books. There's a similar book as you see here for trombones, euphoniums, and bassoons. This is for B flat instruments. Content of the book looks like this. We're starting with lesson one with basically quarter notes and eighth notes, something relatively easy for the student to be able to do. And I want them to understand how to analyze that rhythm to count. So I would envision this book being used by a private teacher, and the student would have their own book, and you just keep track as the teacher of how the progress for the student is happening in weekly lessons. If you notice number 6, where it says write the rhythm example, I always give my students something where I give them rhythmic dictation. And for some reason, the brain processes the whole rhythm concept in a different way and usually turns out quite positive. And then when they get used to it, they can become quite good at it. So you see the progressive lessons. Every lesson looks pretty similar. The other thing about it, it's routine and it's developing consistency, and students respond to that. Their memory from week to week will help them become successful in developing the skills necessary to count and to perform accurately. So there are some sheets here about music vocabulary, which helps the teacher reinforce those skills. Analyzing time signatures and how the dot affects the note or dots. More lessons. I teach my students to identify key signatures using this chart. And it's simple. Frank bought Emma dark green coat, or go down and eat breakfast first, Charlie. And they memorize those sentences, then they can manipulate the key signature quite easily. And then I try to explain the connection between 6/4 or 4/4 or whatever and 6/8. Articulations, and there's a place here for the teacher can use this sheet on page 29 for an assessment. It's always good to keep parents abreast of how the student's doing. And you can see we're adding some things here on number 5 and 6 that I want students to be able to learn to sing the arpeggio, the scale, and work with them to be able to help them develop those skills. Cut time, another assessment, and just some filler sheets. I hope this book is helpful to you, and if it is, give me some feedback, like and subscribe. Thank you.